Hello YouTube, welcome and all, and welcome back again to two people talking about something that happened at E3, more importantly a conference, and this
was weird.
Well, it is the everyone now knows we're talking about the Ubisoft conference.
Or as I say, Ubisoft.
Ubisoft, same thing. They're French.
Who cares?
They're French. That means our opinions.
This was weird.
Our opinions as Englishmen of them is kind of biased. Yeah, just a bit. We're gonna have to just get it out of the way because at least they did get it out of the way at the beginning.
Yeah.
The Just Dance opening was a thing.
Weird again. They did it last year, but it wasn't an opening. It was like halfway through, and it just came out of nowhere. And it was just odd. At least this time it was like right at the beginning with the weird panda bear in the suit, and then sort of it was like they were trying to copy Birdman with what they were doing.
Yeah,
they were just transitioning from scene to scene as they walked.
It just looked weird.
With what they were wearing, yeah, everything just looked really, really strange. It was like somebody had decided, you know what, I'm going to snort some coke, and then I'm going to see what I come up with.
I want to know. I do want to know what the whoever is in charge of like the choreographing and the setup for the Ubisoft conference. I want to know what they're on, so that either A, I can learn to avoid them, or B, have them and figure out what the hell that trip is.
Yeah,
because. But oh god, it's just. But yeah, Just Dance again. It's a thing. That thing is going to be a yearly.
Which is I know Just Dance is one of those games that I only see it at E3.
At E3,
I never see it anywhere else.
Yeah.
I don't see it on TV. I never see any advertisements for it.
I remember when Just Dance first blew up.
When it first came out,
which was I think on the Switch.
Yeah, when it first came out,
it was everywhere.
The Wii.
The Wii. Oh, yes. I said the Switch. Oh.
When it first came out, but that's the same with a lot of games and those sort of things. But now, like I never see it anywhere unless someone's streaming it on Twitch.
Yeah, which is kind of productive.
Because if you browse and you look for new games,
yeah,
Just Dance is there. Like you scroll through the games of what to watch. Just Dance is there.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody watches it, but it's there.
It's there. Yeah. So the opening was a thing. Yeah, that happened.
It had the panda from last year.
Don't ask anyone on explaining what the thing was, because I don't think anyone is in the right state of mind to do so.
It had the panda from last year. So if you enjoyed the panda from last year, he's back. This time he was in a marching band outfit.
Yeah.
It had some weird orange woman and a weird purple woman.
Yeah, it made no sense. I think they do that now because they've got a reputation of that.
Of just being weird.
Of being weird. So they're being weird for being weird's sake. It's not like this the genuine weirdness of they're doing this because they think it's fun and it just turns out to be weird.
Yeah.
I think that especially this one, it felt like they're doing this because they know it's weird. So they did that, and then they went into the new trailer for Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yes.
Now I'll hold my hands up. I have not played Beyond Good and Evil.
Neither have I.
Neither has Mr. Maxwell. But I am curious about this game. I am curious. I mean,
they announced a couple of things that I found quite interesting.
Quite interesting, yeah. One thing that you were really, really annoyed about, but we'll get to that when that happens. But anyway, we'll stick to Beyond Good and Evil 2.
That's what I meant. Just a couple of things for Beyond Good and Evil that was interesting.
Oh yeah, actually yes. We'll
so first off, it looks like in the trailer we meet the pig again.
I'm trying to remember.
I can't remember.
I can't pronounce his name. I know it's
can't remember his name.
PA something, comma T, or is it T, comma J? Yeah, it's PAT, comma J. And I don't know. I can't remember how to pronounce it.
I'm just gonna call him BJ.
Yeah, I don't think it's that. It's Paged or something like that. But anyway, he was back in it, and he was actually. If anyone remembers the trailer from the last year, the big pirate ship they ended up at.
He's the cook.
He's the cook of that ship. So I think it takes place after that trailer.
Yeah.
So it's like this is chronologically onwards from the thing, and a whole bunch of stuff. And
we see the lady on the bike.
Yeah, she's in a spaceship.
She's in a little fighter.
I'm going to start to call this, by the way, Ubisoft Star Wars.
Ubisoft Star Wars.
Because it has a... I don't know why. It just... The styling of it and that, it just...
The fighter thing that she was flying, it did look like they took a Spitfire and meshed it with
an X-wing.
With an X-wing.
Yeah, which is not, it's not fun. I don't mind.
It looked cool.
It looked cool. I liked that design
cool.
of that.
We met some more characters.
We met some more characters.
Didn't get their names though.
I think they did announce those that we were returning from the first one.
Yeah.
Didn't catch the names, unfortunately.
Everybody was too busy cheering.
Everyone, yeah. People are hyped for this game, understandably.
It looks good.
We haven't played the first one, and we know how like highly acclaimed Beyond Good and Evil is.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember because I did actually want to buy it, but I could never blooming find it when I had the money for it.
When it first came out, because it was one of those games that...
Yeah, it was like a cult hit.
It was a cult thing.
It was hardly sold. It was hardly...
Yeah.
It was hardly like pushed, and...
You couldn't find it in the shops.
You couldn't
find
find it in the
shops.
shops.
That's when it came out. Is when you had to go to the shop. You couldn't... Amazon wasn't around.
Yeah, was it on the PlayStation 2?
It might have been. But Amazon was only
just... Yeah,
really
I think it was on the PlayStation 2.
It was only
which meant that we were stuck with, basically, if it was not in the shops...
Yeah.
Because, we were just poor peasant...
I was in school.
Yeah, you were in school.
Money.
You didn't have money.
I didn't even know what video games were.
Besides, you were on your massive hardcore Tekken
yes.
binge at that time. It was like, just Tekken. But anyway, we're digressing again. We need to get back on track. And a whole bunch of really bad stuff happens. A giant, and I mean
a giant ship.
Giant ship. I mean, we're talking like, I'm going to throw in another Star Wars reference, but we're talking like Super Death Star size, if not bigger.
It just grabs this ship.
Right, and
it grabs the big pirate ship, and the Afro lady, from in the fight pilot, jumps out of the fighter
craft. She presses a button, and I think like a temporary
she gets like a shield on her.
A temporary bubble appears above her so that she can breathe while she goes in.
Jumps through space and lands in the pirate ship.
And then the big reveal comes is
it looks
Jade.
Like Jade is the bad guy.
Or a bad guy.
Yeah.
Or as I've called...
She had a samurai sword.
Or as I've called her, Darth Jade.
Darth Jade. A red samurai sword.
I know a lot of people got really, really hyped and shocked with it, but I think they kind of dropped the ball with that one.
I know, I think they
should have waited for that reveal to be in the game.
Yeah. I think I would have done that. I think that was a better one. Because they've already got hype for this game. They don't need.
Yeah, they don't need more hype.
They don't need more hype. Everyone's already looking forward to this.
They don't need more hype.
They could have just shown a small trailer with a chicken in it, and people would have just been like, "Beyond Good and Evil."
Yeah, they would have absolutely.
No one would have cared.
So that was the actual trailer. Then they had a little pre-alpha gameplay.
Yeah.
Which is basically code off. If it breaks, it's pre-alpha.
It wasn't very long.
Wasn't very long, but they did say that the entire game
doesn't have loading screens.
There's no loading screens.
It's seamless.
And considering the fact that it is it's
like an open universe.
It's an open universe. It's like an open galaxy, at least size, maybe universe, and which is really interesting. I'm trying to think.
I'm looking at that game and I'm like, how are the consoles that we have now?
There was a
going to play that game?
There was a PS2 game that had, and I don't know if it had. I can't remember what the game was, but you went from world to world, and apparently there was no loading screens between that. But I don't know the name of it. I can't remember. So I'm interested in seeing that in effect.
Yeah. That sounds cool. The actual gameplay that they showed looked cool. The whole, you can just
the just the
co-op.
They showed more footage of the hub, the hub world.
Yeah, the first city.
Yeah, the first city that you start.
They announced that you can do co-op.
Yeah, co-op,
which sounds really cool.
Does sound really.
I don't know how it's going to work, but it sounds really cool.
It does sound really cool.
They also announced, which I find really cool and the most interesting.
Yeah.
That you could make your own stuff. Send it to the Space Monkey thing.
Yeah,
and it's called,
and
it can get put into the game.
It can get put into the game, which is. And it's not just like, make this character and it'll end up in the game. It's like
a poster or
literally design whatever you want, and it will get in the game. If it's good, if it's of a certain quality, I would imagine.
It's not offensive.
On one side, that is a really, really, really cool thing because the community around Beyond Good and Evil is so like, there's such a love for that game.
Yeah.
And they are, the internet knows there's millions of people that are very talented at making art and stuff that would be amazing in this game, because I do like that city. That city looks really populated, really alive, really what you would imagine a futuristic city would be in space on another planet where pig people live.
Yeah,
it does. I'm gonna play devil's advocate here and do the counterbalance of it does also sound a little bit like you guys do the work, don't get paid, and we'll take the credit for it.
You guys do all the work.
I do hope that when the game is released, anyone that has got something into the game, whether it's a character or a poster,
gets like a credit
or music, because it said people can make music for the thing. I hope they get their own credit at the end.
I think they would.
I mean, granted, it would turn this into the longest ever credits.
Well, games let you skip credits. It's the best thing about games.
I know, but the thing is, though, is that if I get this game now, I'm going to want to watch the credits to see if Joe Blog 2570 gets named for putting in.
That's if they want you to use your tag. Yeah, they might be like, look, you gotta use your real name. In which case we'll be like, well, we have no idea who these people are.
There'll be a special thanks. They'll probably, if they do it, I put them in the credits. They'll probably put them. There'll be a section for it.
Yeah, or at least we would like to think so.
We would like to think so. I think it would be if Ubisoft do this. I think it would be a very, very nice thing for them to do.
I think they will.
Personally, I would love to be like just a random radio DJ that talks bull, complete utter rubbish.
just propaganda for whoever's
just propaganda for the bad guys. Just propaganda for the bad guys. I'm down for that. I'm totally down for that. Talking just complete and utter nonsense.
Just be Hunter Hellquest from Borderlands. Just talk crap. That didn't happen at all. What are you on about?
Or David Tennant from Just Cause 3.
Yeah. Oh, another thing, they had, for some strange reason, they had Joseph Gordon-Levitt announce that.
Yes.
Which was weird. Because I was thinking, is he part of this? Is he
in the game?
Is he in the game, or is he just announcing it? I don't know.
But
I don't think he's in the game.
But yeah, so it's looking like Jade's a bad guy. I've got a feeling there's going to be more.
I think it's going to be like she's a bad guy, but she's a bad guy in the sense that she's had to become a bad guy to do something good.
Yeah, potentially, or it's against her will, sort of thing, that sort of thing. Which
mind control.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a feeling
you have to save Jade.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's like that because
I don't know. Apparently, the story of Beyond Good and Evil 1 is really good. So I would not like.
I don't think it'll be as cheap as that, but you never know. It's been quite a few years since Beyond Good and Evil. Just because that had a very good story doesn't mean the sequel's going to have a very good story.
That's true. What did they go into?
So that was pretty much it for that.
That was it.
I'm curious. I'm curious about the world that they're building. It looks really, really, really cool. And I am now. After they announced the whole Skull Monkey thing, where people can put their own art.
I'm even more interested in the game.
I'm even more interested because I think what may happen, and I could be completely wrong with this, and probably will be, but I think what will happen is they have these like set worlds that they know what will be in it.
Yeah.
So they will focus on that, and then they'll have these other worlds, outlying worlds, where they'll basically pick from that to make the theme for those worlds, which would be pretty cool, because then you could get entire planets with an art style and thematical appearance.
I mean, that sort of sound looks.
That was completely done by the community, which would be pretty darn cool.
That'd be awesome. Like, you just get completely new civilizations
Yeah.
and stuff, just based off people off from the Skull Monkey thing.
Yeah.
Like, you can get a lot of that. And
Oh, yeah.
that sounds really cool. And that will also keep the game going.
Oh yeah,
Because you could just make up new planets.
because if they like post launch keep this thing going, the Skull Monkey thing.
Wow.
The I mean, all you have to do is look at like mods for certain games.
Yeah.
That just this will just keep going and going and going.
Ubisoft are very good at keeping their games going. Like,
yes.
I mean, their track record for releasing games is terrible, but keeping those games alive, like they're keeping the game's fan bases there.
Yeah.
They're very good at it. Like, look at Rainbow Six Siege.
Which, actually, good segue. That was the next game.
For Honor is another one that, really when it released should have died on its legs, and it didn't.
It's somehow still alive.
Assassin's Creed is still kicking, even though it's literally the same game every time now.
Yeah.
So they're very good at keeping their fan bases there for their games.
Yeah.
The Division is another one.
Yeah. Which we'll go into when we come round to that.
Yes.
So which was a good segue. They came into, after Beyond Good and Evil 2, they went into Rainbow Six Siege.
Which this was another weird thing for me. I didn't understand. I didn't get this announcement.
I do not know why they've gone on about the esports thing.
That's for investors.
Because
esports,
yeah.
For esports is like, that's
but it's
the
not
thing people are putting
supposed
money
to
into.
be. This is not supposed to be for investors. And in a sense, originally E3 is not supposed to be for fans. It's supposed to be for the journalists.
It's a press.
Yeah, this is the cool stuff that's coming out this year. This is the cool stuff for the next 12 months, maybe 18. Here's a couple of teasers of stuff to get you hyped about for the next 2 years. And that's what it should be. It should be about the games that are coming out and the stuff they have for the games. I mean, they did announce that they had the Italian Special Forces as the latest two members that have entered the Siege roster, which must be friggin' huge
It's
now.
got to be big now. Well, they had on the background. They had all the different characters.
And it was literally
just like, what the bollocks is that?
I mean, that's like it felt like 5 times more than characters than they had.
I honestly
on
feel like I need to put the game on my PlayStation just to look at how many they've got.
Yeah.
Even if you haven't downloaded them, they still appear on.
They still appear on your thing.
So I just feel like let's count how many they've got now. So I think they only started with what 6?
No, they had more than 6. They had 4 Americans, 4 Germans, 4 British, and I'm trying to think 4 French. I want to say French, or a mix of French and Swedish, or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember, but I know there was 4 Americans, 4 British, and 4 German.
Yeah,
they were the.
It was French.
It
was French because the lass with the one with the
one that can see all the
she's French. Lines. I think so. At least I think she's French.
I thought she was Swedish, but anyway,
it doesn't matter. We're digressing.
We're digressing, but yeah, they went on about their esports thing, and they had a documentary.
Yeah, they announced that they're doing a documentary about 6 players whose basically lives have changed
because of
going into the Rainbow Six
Siege
esports scene, which I think is kind of cool. But at the same time, I was just thinking,
why are you announcing this here?
You didn't really need to announce this here.
Yeah, there was no. It could
have been worse. A guy with a belt for a game that doesn't involve a belt at all could come out and talk to another guy, and then that other guy take the belt for no apparent reason, and then they just walk off.
Yeah, it could have been more confusing than that.
But
then obviously, Ubisoft once again realised they were Ubisoft for the next game.
Oh, is this the live band?
No, this is Trials.
Oh yeah. Oh god. How the fuck did I forget about that? That was another way. Every time he comes on, though, it's weird.
Yes.
Every time he comes on.
Apparent,
so he comes out.
The apparent Prime Minister of Finland.
Right. He comes out.
I've got a feeling. I've got a feeling Finland doesn't have a Prime Minister, which is why you can get away with saying that.
Probably. He comes out through the crowd on a bike in an Evel Knievel outfit, to which he has no problem with. He then walks up the steps, gets onto the stage, and falls over onto this crash mat, which is... You see, you're looking at me like, I don't even remember this.
Yeah, no.
But it happened. It happened.
I blocked that out. My mind just could not compute it. What the hell are you talking about?
And then he's talking about the latest Trials, which, if you like Trials, it's what we saw. It's exactly
more Trials, except they're focusing on the failures now. Which,
and then they brought
you know when you crash.
Yeah.
They seem to be focusing on that and loads of explosions. So basically, Trials, a la Michael Bay.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you enjoy that, if you like that sort of thing, that'd be great.
I think if you like Trials, then you'll like that sort of thing.
Although last year they had that Trials of the
Blood Dragon,
which
was a mix between Far Cry,
did not work.
No, it didn't.
Did not go together. It's like they should. You feel like they should because they're both insane, yet they don't.
And then he brings out. The guy's got a YouTube channel called the University of Trials.
Yeah.
I can't remember what they said his name. Like they didn't say his name. They said his
handle.
His handle.
Yeah.
I know it was Fat something, but I can't remember. I can't remember.
They basically explained that this Trials game has been.
It's been in development for 2 years.
2 years.
They got a load of like actual
speedrunners, people who have created levels for the games and experts on the games, on the Trials games, and basically they're basically trying to make this as the Trials game,
the best of the lot. They got those guys to come in and help.
Yeah, develop the levels and
games.
I would probably imagine the custom level design thing
probably
as well.
Which
is interesting. I've always liked the created levels on Trials because it's like, how have you been able to make this level? How did you get this level in your head and then make it work?
See, Trials for me is like what Skating XSX is for you.
Yeah,
like I cannot play that game.
No.
Like I got Trials Fusion and I couldn't even get past the tutorial thing. I barely got past that, but I do enjoy watching people play that game.
Yeah,
and so I'm fine. That's good.
Yeah,
more Trials.
People like Trials, so they get more of it. That's great. Then we went into the Division 2. Now, I have to say I was wrong because I did state that Ubisoft were probably going to use the exact same footage.
Oh yes, you did, didn't you?
For the Microsoft for this one, and they did. They had new footage. I know Ubisoft have pulled that trick before.
Yes,
they have pulled that trick.
Oh, we should have done it. Oh god, I should have rewatched it because they did announce more stuff for it, didn't they? They announced. So basically, they announced really what the story is.
Yeah.
They announced 8. You can have 8 players.
8 players
now instead of 4.
PvE. It's not PvP. PvE.
Yeah, they have not said anything about PvP.
There will be though.
I think there would be.
There probably will be.
Like that. I think people, because it got to a point on the Division for me, I would go into the red zone, I'd get all psyched up because I hate going into the red zone because I just sucked.
I avoided the red zone
at PvP on that game.
I avoided the red zone.
But I got hyped up because it gets to a point where you have to go into the red zone to get better stuff.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, that then they introduced those leveled worlds.
Yes.
So it was a case
Yes.
which was fantastic for me.
I would get hyped up and then I'd go into the red zone and no one was there. You would run around for hours just being like, there's no one to shoot.
Yeah, but the thing is that part of the thing with the Division, especially in the red zone, is that tension of, are you going to run into someone? When you do, is this guy going to start shooting me? Granted, it's the internet, therefore, yes, he's going to start shooting.
Yes.
It was literally like, I know they tried to balance it where that person would go rogue and everyone was allowed to shoot him and kill him, but it was because it was all number based.
Yeah.
If a guy with top-notch armor, top-notch guns, and top-notch everything decided to go into an area and basically kill everyone, unless someone came in with a similar armor setup as him, he could do that.
Yeah.
So it was there wasn't it. So I didn't like the red zone. It was an interesting concept.
I didn't like the red zone. But I only went in there. Like I said, I only went in there to get better stuff.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I didn't actually fight anybody. It was more, I would find the stuff that I wanted by looting things.
Yeah, get the hell out of there.
And then get out of there like nobody's business.
But yeah, so it's set in Washington DC, which we knew about.
They actually announced an end game.
Yeah,
which was a bit
at the
different.
end of the campaign,
you select a new subclass.
Yeah. And then, based on that subclass, you get certain weapons and skills and abilities. Now, granted, everyone's going to pick a 50 cal
sniper
rifle.
I don't think they are. I think some people are going to go for the crossbow. I think a lot of people are going to go for
Who the hell brings a crossbow to a division rifle OP fight?
Stealth. I'm gonna go for the crossbow.
Stealth.
Out of all three of them, I'm going to go for the crossbow because I'm not a heavy weapons guy, and I'm not going to be the sniper just because I'm too far away and my eyes suck.
Yeah. So there we go. You
my weapon on the Division has always been a shotgun to the face. Like get as close to the guy as possible and shoot them in the face with a shotgun.
Yeah.
So if there was ever a knobhead just running around shooting you with a shotgun, it was probably me, and I apologise, but I can't see. I'm blind.
Also, it probably wasn't him because he very rarely found anyone in the red zone.
Yeah, I never found anybody in the red zone.
They didn't say there was going to be a survival mode. Battle Royale.
I would assume they're going to
maybe add it in.
Yes.
Yeah. Because that was fun. That was enjoyable. Survival was really good because it wasn't the fact that it wasn't like the battle wars we have where the map shrinks in.
Yeah.
The game got you all into similar locations by the fact that resources are scarce and you just move from point to point and you can't stay in one place because you will die. The virus you're infected and the virus kills you. I don't think I ever got out. The furthest I got was actually launching the flare and then 3 people turned up. So all the friggin' ultras for each person turned up and just wrecked me. And I'm like, I could have held my own against one person. Why the friggin' hell did you 3 decide to ruin everything?
I got to a point where I actually managed to get a full armor.
Yeah.
So my infection thing was like really low, so I could take my time.
Yeah.
And then right after I got that, I exited my safe house, found out where I needed to go, started making my way there, turned the corner, and I ran into a huge group of enemies. Oh. And I was like, and all I had was a pistol. Oh. I didn't pick up any guns. I was like, fuck. And it wasn't like I could just run away because they all saw me as soon as I turned around. They were walking towards me as I turned. And I was like, oh, I'm dead.
But yeah, so from the sounds of it, there were going to be 8-player raids for...
Yeah, they announced raids.
The Division 2. 8-player raids. Bungie, are you listening?
I'm hoping they're not like those weird raids that the Division had, because they were...
Oh, you mean the train one?
Not the train one. Kind of the underground, but no, you had the underground.
Yeah.
And then you had those. They were extra missions.
Yeah.
Those ones.
I don't think they're going. No. I don't. I think when they're saying raids, I
Like
mean
a proper
raid.
like a raid.
Proper raid. Which will be very, very interesting.
I'm surprised that they didn't say there was a medic class.
Yeah. The thing is that if they're keeping the same classes as they did last time, there was a medic class already built in.
Yeah, there was a medic subtree.
There was a medic subtree, so I don't think they needed that. This is going to be like added on top of your abilities.
Yeah.
So how that's going to work, considering the way they set the first division's like.
Well, the first division was fine.
Yeah, no, I'm on about like how they're going to add these extra skills on.
I think it's going to be like, I don't know.
Are they going to be passives? Are they going to be switchable, activatable ones?
I think they're going to be passive ones. I don't think they're going to be. I would have it as you've got your basic tech tree, that what you've got now. So you've got your attack stuff, your defense stuff, and your medic, your healing stuff, right? And then once you complete the game, you pick either survivalist. We're just going to say sniper. I'm going to say.
I think it's survivalist, heavy, and
Reaper or something like that. Something weird. It had a weird skull and a hood on.
Yeah.
It was
a sniper. It's a sniper class though.
Yeah, it's the sniper class. And I think they're going to be more passive. So basically, like you get a sniper rifle.
It makes you better at sniping.
It makes your aim better. Your
but this is all speculation.
Yeah.
But yeah, very interesting. Very curious.
The map looks massive.
The map looks huge
compared to, because I mean I know it was only Manhattan Island,
and it wasn't even the whole of Manhattan Island.
Yeah, I know it was only that.
We haven't actually seen the actual map.
Yes,
they haven't shown us that, and they haven't. I mean, we've literally it's like one little section we've seen.
Yeah. So
we don't know how big the map is. It could be the same size as.
Well, they have said they did say it was bigger than. They didn't say how big. They just said it was bigger than.
Yeah. So it could be the entirety of Washington DC.
I would love that. Could you imagine that? That would take forever to traverse.
Oh yeah. I don't think it's going to be the entirety. I think it's going to be like Capitol Hill obviously is going to be there. The White House is obviously going to be there.
Lincoln Monument's going to be there.
The Lincoln Monument.
All the big monuments are going to be there.
Lincoln Monument. I mean, that's all in one little section.
Yeah.
That.
All the big monuments are going to be there. You're going to have, most likely, you're going to have
the downtown area.
Downtown areas and all that sort of stuff. So, but yeah, it looked like the little teaser looked awesome. I especially liked the thing because it looked like you had a little base.
Oh yes,
in the
new safe zone.
Looked like you had a little base.
Yeah.
And I don't mean a base like in the original thing. It looked like you had to go out and get supplies for this base.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. And I love that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, we need water. I'll go get it.
As long as it's done correctly, it'll be brilliant. If that's the only problem sometimes with these.
I mean, I think if they did it like side quests.
Oh, yeah.
So like so you know how like I would digest enough into Destiny here, but I'm just making a point, okay?
Yeah.
You know how Destiny has its weekly reset thing where you need to do so many strikes. So if they did it that way,
so in other words,
once a week
you have like
resets
a
and you
run.
have to go out and get.
You have to go out on a supply run.
You have to go out and get water or food or whatever you need to find things.
It's based and it's randomly pointed on the map. It's not like always go to this point.
Yeah.
Always go to that point.
Yeah.
Always go to That could be quite interesting.
Or there's like different because it's Washington. I'm imagining there's going to be a fair few water points in this. On this map, so you have to go to one of these points. Yeah. One of the water points and just do that. I think that would be really cool, especially with the way the in the teaser the base looked, with like the kids running around and.
And then after that, they came out, and this is another point of please make sure your mic is switched off.
Oh yes, God.
We got a bunch of instruments coming, and it was basically Mario and Rabbids DK Adventure.
Yes,
an expansion to
Mario Rabbids
Kingdom Battles.
Yes, I always get that
So
time.
I think it's an expansion. I don't think it's going to be an actual like sequel.
I don't think it's a new game. It didn't look like a new game.
It did
anyway.
not look like it.
It looked like a.
Then again, the last game we're going to be talking about literally does look like its previous game that was released last year.
Yeah, it looks like an expansion, which I'm very salty about.
We'll get to that when we come. Not much more to say about that. It looked literally like Mario Kingdom Battle,
Which is fine. I love that game. I think it's.
But you're Donkey Kong.
Yeah, you got Donkey. You get Donkey Kong now.
You got the big DK. I mean, I'm.
And you get Diddy.
Who would complain about it? And also, Rabbid Peach.
And obviously more Rabbid Peach.
More Rabbid Peach.
You can't get enough of Rabbid Peach.
No, you can't.
I think they should just scrap Peach altogether. Just put Rabbid Peach in all the games.
Rabbid Peach is best Peach.
In all Mario games now.
It's best. She best Peach. Obviously.
Could you imagine the I hope somebody's done it. You know the Mario Maker.
Yeah.
They put Rabbid Peach in that, so you save Rabbid Peach all the time.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
You can just mod Rabbid Peach.
I can imagine some fanboys really being angry about that though. Which is fine. Poke the bear.
Just poke the bear.
Just poke the bear.
Don't murder me. Don't kill me in my sleep, please.
After that, we went into the game that looks like it should be releasing like this year, but it isn't. It's getting released beginning of next year or middle of next year. Skull and Bones. The
yes.
pirate ship battle game.
Yes, which I'm going to be honest with you, I don't care.
And
I don't give a shit.
And I'll be honest. You give me 2 ships. Doesn't matter if it's in Age of Sail, Age of Steam, World War 1, 2, space. You give me 2 ships blowing each other up. Usually that makes me a happy person. Yeah. Which is weird. Which you know, part of me goes, well, why don't I don't like Transformers? Well, it's easy. There's more explosions than actual things trying to blow each other up.
Plus, the amount of damage in those movies, it's not feasible.
No.
It's not feasible to ever repair any of these things. Like, the first movie, where is it? It's in Seattle or something like that, isn't it?
It's outside the Hoover. It's whichever city's nearest the Hoover Dam.
I think it's Seattle.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think Seattle.
In the Transformers Michael Bay universe, Seattle's done. Like, it's gone.
Literally every city that has had that the Transformer movies have been based in, those cities have been leveled. There is no coming back from it. Even by now, they'll just be starting to rebuild.
Yes.
But anyway, we've gone off track.
There will be tangents.
There will be tangents. There always is. Skull and Bones. It basically looks like they've taken the combat from Black Flag,
which Assassin's
Creed.
That's exactly what it is. It's just the.
And that's all it is. Yeah. They've got different class ships that have different abilities. You have a tank one, to which I went, what? Well, to be honest, it's like your bigger ship. It anchors itself and then just volley fires. And yeah. I'm like, that's a bad thing.
Yeah, you're not supposed to stay still.
Because they showed, and I'm maybe getting the class of ship wrong here, but they showed a battle between 4 pirate ships. One was a sloop. I think actually 2 were sloops. Versus a Portuguese man of war.
Yeah.
And now, in Age of Sail combat, you do not want to be broadside of a man of war.
Yeah.
You do not want to be facing all those guns. What you want is to be in front of it with your broadside facing the front, crossing the T, as they state. Is the terminology for it.
You with your sailor knowledge.
I know. I don't have much of it, but I like to use it when I use the stuff that I have.
Yeah, I'm sure they announced something else for it. No, they didn't. They just showed gameplay.
Yeah, they just showed actual gameplay. They had that
weird narrator.
Yeah, they showed actual gameplay. I like the feature of you can disguise your ship as like a Portuguese ship.
Yes.
So you can go through like checkpoints and sail past forts.
That was cool.
Which is, it's like that is pretty much what pirates did. They pretended to be other ships, and then when they got in range to a trading ship with no support, drop the disguise, raise the skull and crossbones, and plunder and pillage and all that. So that was an interesting thing. I wish there was a single player mode.
Yeah.
I am not the best I can count myself regarding multiplayer is inconsistent.
Sometimes I have a good game.
Sometimes I'm good, sometimes I am just woeful. And I guarantee you, in Skull and Bones, everyone will gang up on the giant ship, and then the very moment that ship is down, the person at the rear that's done nothing to help the team will stab them in the back and blow them up. It's what happens. It's the internet. People will just stab each other in the back all the time.
Yeah.
It's not even like, we could be having alliance for this one thing. No. It's going to be halfway done, and then somebody's going to go, lol, I just sunk you. Because, the internet is full of arseholes, apparently.
There's a big thing with pirates this year, isn't there?
There's a big thing for a few things.
Like a big pirate sort of theme going on with a lot of games.
Well, especially with Ubisoft. Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Space pirates.
Skull and Crossbones.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, what's better than a pirate? A space pirate. Space pirate.
And ninja.
Ninjas beat everything. So, Skull and Bones, it does interest me. I want a mode where I can just be on my own, sailing my ship, and just basically being a pirate in the Indian Ocean. So you want
Assassin's Creed Black Flag then?
Yeah, but I don't want Black Flag because it's an Assassin's Creed game.
It's not an Assassin's Creed game.
That's what I'm saying. Let me finish. It's an Assassin's Creed game that is not actually an Assassin's Creed game. I mean, we're going to get into some things with.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
At the end of the conference, we have some things to discuss. Things that are nitpicking my head, whether or not they actually matter is another thing. But you have some real gripes. So we went from that to Elijah Woods, aka the original voice of Spyro.
Yes.
I will never let anyone forget that.
It's going to go on your gravestone. Elijah Wood was the
voice of Spyro.
No one will ever forget.
No one will ever forget. And Transference, which is probably a game I will avoid like the plague.
Oh no, we are playing that game. We are playing that game.
That's fine. Okay. So that's obviously a Halloween at some point in the future. Thank God it's not out yet. Transference looks weird as hell and frightening as hell, and it's a scary game that's in a first person perspective.
But you're going to suck it.
I'm going to be friggin' terrified at it.
And I'm going to laugh.
Yes. Because I don't know what it is. It's like third person. I can handle the third person horror. But as soon as it goes in the first person, that's it. My brain goes in overdrive and going, no, this is really happening to you.
I think what you should do is practice. So what you need to do is play either Resident Evil 7, because that's not really that bad, or Bendy and the Ink Machine, because really that's not that bad either. Not really, not horror-y. No, there's no real jump scares or anything like that. No. Well, there are jump scares, but no. Oh my God! Like it's more like, fuck. You know, where you just go, fuck.
Yeah. Nothing on the level of Alien Isolation.
No, nothing on that.
That is like oppressive.
Because that one, like that game is more sort of like, I know he's here, but I don't know where he is.
It's a very oppressive horror game. Yeah. It is constantly like.
And I'm still waiting, by the way, for the sequel. It better come.
Yeah, Creative Assembly.
Because the end of that game really annoyed me.
Creative Assembly, you need to make a sequel because we need to know what happened at the end of that.
Right.
Anyway,
we died. Tangents.
Yeah, but there was.
To be fair,
it was coming from Transference.
We're only doing what Ubisoft did with its padding. So it's fine.
Transference. It seems to be like. The father figure of a family is shoving everyone into a computer system.
Into like a VR sort
Into a VR computer system.
And it's going wrong.
Which is going to be... Yeah, totally not going to go wrong.
The game is going to be VR and...
Yeah. And no, we are not doing that in VR.
I would totally play those games in VR.
You probably
would.
If
I could use VR.
You probably would. But I would literally end up in the fetal position in the corner. Because my imagination just goes into overdrive and sees things that aren't actually there. It'll be a black screen and it's like, no, there's something there. There's something there. It's moving. It's fucking moving. I can't.
Yeah, I liked the look of that game.
It does look. It does look really, really good. I'll admit that it does look really, really good. It's just one of those games that I'm like, nope.
Nope, not happening. It's not happening.
So they went from that to Starlink.
You know what? I honestly thought they'd just given up on that. Because, like, other than the last E3, I'd never heard anything from it.
Yeah, we hadn't heard a damn thing from them. And then as soon as I saw I'm trying to remember how the trailer started, but it was like
It was space. It was
in space. They were in, like, this room, and they were like, we need to work together. And it's like, this is Starlink.
This is that game.
This is that game. And it's like... It's almost like they've gone. Ubisoft have gone. Activision have given up on
the
Skylanders.
Disney Infinite died.
Disney Infinite died a death.
And Lego
Dimensions has been pulled.
Been pulled, yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to now take up that mantle of the plastic bullcrap thing, and it's if anything that would have worked, it would have been Lego, because you actually got Lego.
Yeah.
You actually got a thing that would be useful outside of the game.
Yeah. I should know. I've got most of Lego Dimensions.
You've got most of the Lego Dimensions stuff. But again, it's Lego, so you know. But yeah, so Starlink, Battle for Atlas, Atlas was it? Something like that. Yeah, a bit more of a proper like trailer for the game and showing what it was like. Then they had,
and then they did the very shrewd thing that they've done. It's like they really want to hammer in home that they're friends with Nintendo now.
Yeah,
like they did the very shrewd move because they know people are going to buy that just for that one thing.
Yeah,
they announced that you can get Star Fox
on the Switch version,
and Star Fox's.
The ship, the fighter,
on the Switch version, and they know people, Nintendo fans and Star Fox fans, are now going to buy that just because of that.
Yeah,
like that's why they did it.
Solaire sold out.
Yeah,
within a day.
Yeah, like I
guarantee you, they will not make enough of the Star Fox thing.
No, they will not.
Because it's going to be exactly like the Amiibos.
They also wanted to hammer it home because
they brought up
they brought Miyamoto.
Miyamoto. They brought him on and gave him the first prototype of the Star Fox.
His face when they gave him that though. Oh my god! It was like, do you not know how many of these that I've already got?
Yeah, you could just see in the back of his head. It was like, I've got like 1,000.
I work in an area where literally they line the walls with these things.
Do you not know how many walls are covered in these at Nintendo headquarters?
I want it to be like he's got to a point where in his career where he's like,
we have an honor guard.
I just can't be bothered anymore. Why are Ubisoft? What are they going to give me this time? I mean, last year they gave me the Star Fox ship. The year before they gave me a cannon from Mario Rabbids Battle Kingdoms.
Which, to be honest, at least that was unique.
At least that was unique. And
it wasn't something that he put that.
But like, I want it to be like, I don't want to go to the Ubisoft conference anymore. And Nintendo were like, no, you will go. But they're gonna give me something crap again.
But yeah, there's plenty of people. I mean, as soon as I saw Star Fox, it was like, there's gonna be a ship. Bastards.
Well,
know my weakness.
Damn it. How did they know?
Because there's going to be plenty of people. It's like
so many people are going.
But this is the thing. This is the thing. Are kids going to want that?
No.
No. It's everyone who played Star Fox on the Super Nintendo.
Kids are not going to want it, but kids are going to play it because their parents, their dad or their mum who like love Star Fox, have gone, Timmy, you're playing Atlas. What? I don't want to play that. You're playing it now.
You're playing Starlink. But I want to go out with Fred and play some football. No, you're coming in here. But,
you're playing this game.
You're playing this game. But why are you that shit? Because Daddy got this ship for Daddy, and that ship is for you.
You get that ship.
Yeah, that's
what's going to happen with that one.
If there's a mode where you don't have to have the plastic, that will make it more important for me. There won't be. But if there was, that would turn that game, especially now that Star Fox is in it, that would turn that game from me buy it to, if I have a Switch, I'm getting it.
Which I have a Switch.
Yes, you have a Switch, so probably yes. They then went into the game that somehow is still alive, For Honor.
Yeah. For Honor. And the
I'm gonna basically put why I'm gonna get my gripe out of the way, and that gripe is why the hell are the Roman stuff part of the Knights? They shouldn't be, unless they're going for a European thing, which is but they've got Vikings, which were European.
Yeah.
So it's not like they have Aztecs, Europeans, Asia, Japan.
Yeah.
Which would make more sense for having the Knights and all them in one group. I just don't understand. But there's so many different things in Rome that you could use to have Rome their own faction. Praetorian Guards, Legionnaires, Gladiators. There were there were different types of gladiators depending on their weapons.
I think maybe they did it to boost the Knights. Maybe more. Because really, when you look at Knights, like Knights, there's not a lot, really.
Well, the thing is, though, is that... But you can have this... Yeah,
I think that's why they did it.
That's probably why they did it, but that's my gripe out of the way. For Honor, really good game. I cannot play it to save my life.
I can barely play it. I can survive long enough to chuck somebody off the thing because I play the big guy for the samurai.
Oh, with the giant samurai sword.
No. He has like a big club.
Oh, the one with the giant club.
He looks like a sumo.
Yes.
Yeah. Sumo with a big mask.
Yeah.
He's very good at like grabbing people and chucking them off.
I usually played the one that had the giant katana. It's not a katana. It's actually got a different name.
Yeah.
But that was the one I usually played because I used to get really good at actually blocking and hitting the really big heavy attack. The one you do like 3 heavy attacks and then a massive 4th one which kills them. I was good at doing that. That was the only thing I was good at.
See, the problem with For Honor, which still happens now, is a lot of time you just get ganged up on.
Yeah.
Like if you're not in with friends, like. If
you're on your own with randomers, unless you are literally like God mode high tier player, you're gonna get wrecked. Yeah, it's not fun.
That is the problem with.
It is not fun.
It still looks like a fun game though, and I constantly watch people play it on Twitch.
And it is. It's enjoyable and it looks fun to play. It's just that I know I would not have fun dying all the time.
Yeah, I would just die.
I don't have fun. Dying all the time is not a fun thing, despite what people say about Dark Souls. You don't die all the time in Dark Souls. So don't think that is a fun feature. It's not. But the big thing, and it's one of the things I'm like, ooh, do I want to go back in now? Ooh. They've announced a new faction.
Which is the Chinese.
The Chinese. And it looks...
Free Kingdoms, by the looks of
things. It looks remarkably like a Free Kingdoms. Which is like, I'm fine with that.
I'm totally fine with that.
I'm fine with Old Man Guan Yu.
I am a huge fan of Dynasty Warriors, so bring it.
Yeah. After all, you need something to absorb the pain of Dinosaur. That thing.
Dynasty Warriors 9.
Dynasty Warriors 9, which we refuse to admit.
It doesn't exist. It's not a game.
It's not a proper Dynasty Warriors game.
The next Dynasty Warriors game is just going to be X. It's not going to be 10. It's just X.
Yeah, it's not 9. It's not 10. It's X.
We go from Dynasty Warriors 8 to X.
Yeah.
9 doesn't happen.
Just like Battlefield 4 went to Battlefield 1 and then Battlefield V. So For Honor, really cool.
I'm really happy that they're expanding more.
Yeah, that's the one thing I think was missing. It was like you've got the Vikings, which all the tryhards really want to play as. I'm a bit sour.
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's tryhards.
It's not. It's not. It's just the Vikings always tend to win the faction war thing.
Yeah,
which is annoying.
that is true.
Which is annoying as hell, because it's like, but the samurai are the coolest group. Why do you not want to be a samurai?
Well, maybe it's because barbarians, Vikings were barbarians, and they were free. They just did whatever they wanted. People can.
Also, they had the berserker, which was OP as hell.
Yeah, that also helped.
Which was cheap. It was really cheap.
It's the knights had the
assassin.
The assassin
class.
one, the one with the poison knife, which fucking annoyed the shit out of me.
Yeah. I do not think the Japanese had a bullshit class, basically.
When they released the shinobi, that's when they had the bullshit class.
Yeah.
Like, the shinobi, apparently, when that got released, was OP as fuck. It was
But anyway, it's been a while since we played For Honor. I am tempted to put it back in and just play and get my ass kicked. And just basically, like, going, basically,
I think
expecting to be killed.
For me, the appeal for Honor is the fact that, like, it is a game that I can tell that if I put enough hours into it, I will get good at that game.
Yeah.
I will get better and I will learn.
And as a lot of people have said, Ubisoft have done an amazing thing because they've released a beat 'em up game without saying it's a beat 'em up game. They've tricked people into thinking it's not a beat 'em up game, but it is.
I don't really feel like it is a beat 'em up game.
No. If you look at the characters, right, and you look at the classes and how they fight, it is a beat 'em up game. It's just a very
unique.
It's a very unique beat 'em up game, but it is a beat 'em up game because everyone has like these combos and abilities, and like doing if you do this, and this happens, and this ability triggers and all that. So yeah, it is a beat 'em up game. They've hidden a beat 'em up game in that in there, and it's a really really good one. But yeah, I just didn't enjoy getting waffle stomped by 3 people who just ran around decapitating everyone.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I know people will say, "Oh, but just stick with everyone." Yeah, there's a problem. Randomers don't do that.
Yeah, it's really hard to stick with people when you're not talking to them.
Yeah, it's hard really because
it's unfair to expect other players to do what you want them to do.
Yeah, it's very you're
there.
If you're expecting to go into a random group and expect them to be all on the same page and follow you or you follow them and no one split up and no one gets separated. You've never played an online game.
You've never played Overwatch.
I don't know any online game. Doesn't matter if it's For Honor, Overwatch, World of Tanks. Doesn't matter what it is. If you're in a bunch of randomers, do not expect. Hope for teamwork, but don't expect it.
Yeah.
But anyway, For Honor looks cool. Chinese. I just want to be Old Man Guan Yu. I don't know what the class is going to actually be called, but I want to be Old Man Guan Yu.
It also looked. It actually looked like they had Zhang Fei there as well. Like this snaky type blade thing that he has. That looked like one of the weapons that one of them has.
Zhang Fei.
So it looked like Zhang Fei was there. I was like, if you're just going to have the 3 brothers, then fine.
Well, no, you can't have Liu Bei because Liu Bei was not very good at combat. Let's be honest. Yeah, but you had Guan Yu, who literally in Chinese.
To be fair,
Chinese mythology is now classed as a god of war.
To be fair to Liu Bei, though, if you had Zhang Fei and Guan Yu next to you pretty much all the time, you wouldn't really need to fight.
No,
because let's face it, whoever kills them is
going
to kill you.
No matter what. Yeah, you ain't got a chance. But yeah, I'm surprised it's took them this long to put the Chinese in.
I think there was possibly a chance that they probably would have put them in sooner, but because of the way the game, when it first came out, it needed polish and it needed
a lot of work.
It needed a lot. It
was basically like the Division.
A lot like the Division. I think maybe there was a plan to get it in a lot sooner.
And Siege.
Because of
There's a plan developing here, by the way.
Like I said at the beginning, Ubisoft are very good at keeping their games alive,
even when they don't deserve to be. Yeah. So For Honor looks really cool. I probably may go back into that and prepare myself
to die.
Prepare to be owned.
For Honor should now have the prepare to die.
Prepare to be no. It shouldn't even be that. Just be prepared to be owned. Prepare to be owned. Because newbies, The tutorial.
Newbies that get into the game. It should be, you are a bitch. You are someone's bitch in this game.
If there is a game that needs a master student like relationship between those that are experts and those that are new to the game or haven't played it in a while, and they need to add something in that would encourage those that are literally god tier.
I see. That's
to teach.
Yeah, that's where the streamers have come in. Like, because there have been some streamers where their entire streaming career has come from just teaching people the different classes on For Honor. That's it. That's all they do.
I may start watching them then and try and get some tips and tricks, and then fail to actually implement them.
Yeah.
From For Honor, we went to the Crew 2. It's the Crew.
It's the Crew 2.
It's the Crew 2. You've now got boats and planes.
You can switch mid thing, so you can be a plane.
They didn't
you can be a plane
actually.
in the air.
I don't think they showed any actual gameplay. It was just another Crew 2 trailer.
Yeah.
Showing you can now be on bikes and you can
They
be
have
on
released
the boats.
they have released gameplay trailers before
Yeah.
this E3 though. Like with this one, they did show one where they switched between vehicles. So you can start off as a plane, you can then switch into a boat.
I mean, the whole idea of like being able to race from one side of America to the other is a cool idea. I just don't know whether or not
I want to do it.
I want to do that sort of thing.
Yeah, I don't play racing games at the best of times. Like
I love racing games. I love getting really fast cars going around tracks really, really fast.
I need goofy stuff for racing games.
You want either goofy stuff or stuff like Burnout 3.
Or Burnout, yeah.
That's what you want. So the Crew 2, we want there really wasn't anything new that wasn't already known.
Yeah, nothing that we already didn't know about that game.
I don't think they said a release date. I may have missed it.
I think it's out at the end of the year.
Yeah. And then they went into the big one. Hold on to your breeches, everyone. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Ubisoft. Of all the places that you could have gone to in history, in the world, you decide to stay in Europe again. More importantly, stay in the Mediterranean again. And now it's Greece.
And we're Spartans.
And you're a Spartan.
And
there's a lot of things they get wrong with the Spartans.
There's two characters.
You can be a male or a female. I'm not that. That hasn't really met fussed. I mean, granted, Spartan women weren't.
It's not historically accurate about the Spartan women.
Spartan women weren't known to leave Sparta because the women ran Sparta. Literally, the men went out to fight, and when they came back, the women put them in their place. So I'm going to put the things that in the back of my head went, no, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. One, the scene where it looks like it's Leonidas, because apparently one of the characters is Leonidas'
the
son.
Male is
Leonidas'
son
of Leonidas. And from the cutscene that we saw, Leonidas held a clearly like 10-year-old child,
and dropped him off a cliff.
Now that is basically play on the what the Spartans did with newborns, which is basically if it was sickly, they dropped it off. They basically just disposed of it. It was like if this is not a strong child, we get rid of it. They're not Spartans, and they die. They leave them. They basically either kill him and drop him off a cliff and kill him, or leave him. That basically leave them to die. So obviously, a 10-year-old is not going to get into that situation because he's already grown up to be 10.
Yes.
So it's like, what the hell is this? Is wrong. And I'm going to go on about the battle that you're in.
Oh God! Like
Spartan hoplites, whose whole thing, the whole shtick with Spartan war is the phalanx. It's like 1,000 men, 100 men in a unit, all marching as one, moving as one, and they have a blooming battle that you're in to kill this person, that is literally just a grand melee. There is no structure to it. It's not a battle. It is not a Greek battle. I'm like, you could have literally just thrown this. This could have a completely. It looks like the battle minus guns from Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
that's what it looks
yeah,
like.
it does, doesn't it?
And to be perfectly honest, Ubisoft literally. I think they should have basically just made a Wonder Woman game.
Yeah, they should have. Do I get to talk now about what
I'll let you. About? I'll let you go. I'll let you start to rate.
Okay, first off, we're not looking for a piece of Eden. Now we actually, by the looks of things, we start off with a piece of Eden. You know these things that are in the Assassin's Creed world, which are the most powerful things in the universe.
World-changing items, and we get one just from the start. It's like, what is the point in getting new weapons? I've got the Spear of Destiny. I can just use that. And by the looks of things, in the trailer they showed, he smacked the ground with the Spear of Destiny and sent everybody flying. Why would I use another weapon? Why would I do anything like that? There was an awful lot of This is Sparta kicks.
There was a lot of This is Sparta, which I hope somebody does a montage of just Sparta kicks with Jared Butler's going, "This is Sparta!"
There will be. The internet is an amazing thing when it comes to those.
I hope somebody does that, because that's just fantastic.
It's screaming out for that.
It's just...
because honestly, it is so obvious.
Yes.
It is. I mean, you watch the trailer, you'll understand what we're saying. Where literally, like, every other move we see is the Sparta kick.
Yes.
Like, bam! Everyone.
No stealth. They didn't show any stealth off. Like, the thing for us that got me back into Assassin's Creed Origins was the fact that they brought back the whole you can do this any way you want sort of way. You can go in there and kill everybody, but it's much more fun
for you
to try and sneak past all the guards, take out your target, and then try and get back out, sort of thing. It didn't always work for me in Origins, but it's much more fun. Because for those sort of things, when it was the you had to fight everybody, there were like little camps around the map, which you had to kill everybody. But even those little camps, and they weren't even really that big to do, those camps, you still had stealth elements in. This one, it generally just looks like you're in a giant wide open space.
Yeah, basically
there's nowhere to hide or do anything in, and like, that's not Assassin's Creed. And again, the sea is too, for me, it looked too wide. The best thing about the Assassin's Creed games is being able to get from one point of the sea to the other very quickly by parkour. That was the thing for Assassin's Creed 2. That's the thing everybody loved about Assassin's Creed 2. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood was the one after that.
Yeah.
And then it was
basically everything involving Ezio.
Everything, that and Ezio. Which, by the way, just do another game of Ezio and everybody will love you. I know he's old and probably
he's actually died.
He's died, but fuck it, just do a game that's in between Brotherhood and Revelations. Everybody loves Ezio. Everybody loves Ezio. It's like it's and this one, it just looks like it's gone back to Assassin's Creed 3, where it had cities, but everything was so spacious there was literally no point in actually climbing the things. It was just bits of just run through the city.
I think the biggest disappointment is that they had this like two-year break, I want to say.
Yeah, a 2-year break from Syndicate to
Origins. And it seemed like they learned the lesson. It was like, okay, so we're not going to get Assassin's Creed every year now. They're going to basically... Origins came out, and it's like, okay, so they're going to give us this for so long. And then when they're ready to release a new Assassin's Creed game with new elements and new stuff, that's what they're going to do. And no, Ubisoft have literally relapsed into, let's release the exact same game with a different coat of paint and a different skin, and we'll just set it in a different time zone, and away you go. And I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy at all. I think my biggest concern is, like you said, the lack. They did not show any I mean, none. No stealth. No blending into crowds. No trying to, like, shadow someone to let alone to take them out. None of that.
Because Origins did, when they showed Origins, they did stealth.
Yeah,
like, that was
they
all
showed.
they did.
They showed like how to stealthily infiltrate a base,
take out the commander and get out.
Get out.
You know?
I mean, yeah, they also showed all the how you could kill people
and
get the kill.
And the fighting.
But
this one, just,
you got with the Origin trailer, like, yeah, you could basically approach this as because it's not supposed to be.
The game's called Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, you're an assassin. Last time I checked, assassins don't want to go around telegraphing the fact that they're here by killing a bunch of people.
I think they've just been watching too much anime.
Yeah, probably.
That's an anime thing. I am the world's best assassin. Everybody knows my name. Well, then you're a shit assassin, because nobody should know your name.
No. They may know your name, but they shouldn't know what you look like.
Yeah. Nor should they know. Should they know that you're an assassin?
Yeah.
See, Agent 47 gets it right. He doesn't have a name. He has a fucking number.
He doesn't have a name. No one knows what he actually looks like. Just a little side note. I love that was it Contracts, where the better you did, the news reports had less information about you.
Yes.
As the game progressed, so
Yeah.
it was like if you murdered everyone, eventually it would be like Agent 47.
This guy.
This guy. But if you silent assassin the whole levels. It was literally like so-and-so was murdered, so-and-so died of this
suspected assassination.
Suspected assassination, however, no proof.
No leads.
Unfortunate. Officials are deeming it as an unfortunate accident. But yeah, it was just such a disappointment.
Yeah, this one was just fighting. It was just fighting. And I don't play Assassin's Creed for that. That's not how I play Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Everything looked.
They
so wide open.
they introduced a proper like combat system in Origins.
Yes.
Which is okay, fine.
Though they needed to. They needed to revamp the way you fight.
But
in Assassin's Creed.
I think I don't think they've like I said, they've relapsed back into
releasing an Assassin's Creed game
every year, and I don't think they've realised what makes Assassin's Creed so popular.
So I'm gonna make a prediction here, because we never saw anybody in white, right? So I'm making a prediction that you're not an assassin.
Yeah.
I'm making this prediction that this is going to be somehow to do with Templars.
Probably.
You're going to be a Templar.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Probably. I would not be surprised if it has nothing to do with either, and that this game could have literally been.
I would be.
This is the Black Flag.
No, this is the Black Flag.
This is the Black Flag of the PS4, where literally, I mean, Black Flag was literally like you. It was a
Black Flag's the story had a lot to do with like the assassins and the Templars.
Yeah,
but
I think
the whole gameplay just didn't fit. Yeah, but to me, it wasn't a Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah,
but this one doesn't even. I mean, at least Assassin's Creed got the look right. Black Flag got the look right. You know, Edward did look cool with the white pirate bloody assassin's outfit on and all that sort of stuff. He looked good. You know?
Yeah, you look. I mean,
and this one, like,
you look like a friggin'. You look like a Spartan.
You look like a Spartan.
Dressed for war.
In all honesty, if they had come out and said this is a new IP called Spartan, I would have believed them. I wouldn't have thought this was an Assassin's Creed game.
In armor as well.
Yeah. So how are you supposed to be stealthy in a Spartan armor? Because it was not stealthy.
Bronze armor, people. Bronze armor. Yeah, I'm worried about.
What looks like the gameplay for maybe the Lass is going to be.
They did. We might as well mention it, and it is an interesting point, and it's one. It's definitely going to be like a interesting. I don't know how deep they're going to go into it, but the dialogue choices.
Yes, you get dialogue choices now.
You get dialogue choices, which is interesting. I hope they don't go the Fallout way, which is literally a tiny snippet, which is not actually what is said. And it doesn't even give the tone of what he was going to say. Fallout 4.
To which, actually, speaking of that bit of the trailer, the lip sync was so bad.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that was so bad. It was like watching a very poor dub of Monkey Magic from when I was a child.
That wasn't entertaining.
That wasn't entertaining.
I mean, if it was entertaining on the level to Monkey, then by all means,
yes,
we'll allow it. But it wasn't even that.
It
wasn't that good.
Also, another crime. They bloody announced all the collector's edition.
Oh my god! If Future Self remembers, I may try and put that on. I'll try and find a picture, and it's like
holy shit! Like it hadn't even the thing hadn't even finished, and they'd already announced.
They'd already shown. I think it was even before the blooming conference. There's like 7 different bloody levels of thing, and it's like you just don't learn. It's like eventually people are going to get pissed off. Eventually people are going to stop buying your games, and that is not a good thing.
That's never going to happen.
No, there's too many. There's too many idiots.
Not with Assassin's Creed.
No, there's something. I mean, to be honest, I'll hold my hand up. I really want the collector's edition of Valkyria Chronicles 4 because it comes with a tank model.
I want Have you seen the collector's edition of Fallout 76? Like I shouldn't buy it. I shouldn't buy it, but I know I'm going to.
Well, you bought the collector's edition.
Because I bought the collector's edition of Fallout 4, which came with the Pip-Boy. This one comes out with a helmet, a power armor helmet.
Oh my god!
So I was like, right, I'm gonna have to buy it, and it apparently like goes in the dark.
Now there are some. If you have not seen the Ubisoft conference, there's a certain thing that you're saying. Wait, you haven't mentioned something? There's a certain thing
This is what a lot of people got a bit annoyed about this.
Yeah, there's a certain Sam Fisher, noticeable by his absence. It was almost as if he was on a mission. He was that missing.
Yeah, everybody was like,
Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell's going to be
and
missing.
It was almost like because it was almost like I can't remember what the leak was. Was it the GameStop leak?
I think so, yeah.
The GameStop leak, and everyone was saying, no, this is legit.
Yeah.
There is a Splinter Cell coming. They have it at E3. Nothing. It was almost as if, the kid sees his Christmas present, and mommy goes, "Oh, now that you've seen it, you can't have it." Which is a dick move.
You have to wait till next year.
It's like, yeah, okay, so there was a leak, but still, that people are still going to go nuts.
It's Sam Fisher.
It's
Splinter Cell.
It's Paul It's basically the person that is slightly inferior to Solid Snake.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with being slightly inferior to Solid Snake.
I know. Solid Snake is the greatest stealth agent in the world.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
No one ever's going to be that.
Yeah.
Why? Because he's Solid fucking Snake.
He's Solid Snake. Is Sam Fisher in Smash Brothers?
No.
Did Sam Fisher get into Smash Brothers?
Did
Did
Sam Fisher sneak into Smash Brothers with a cardboard box? No. Solid Snake did.
Yeah. How did he do that?
But yeah, I was like,
it's the It was a shame. I was one of the games because
to quote someone, it's
we know some people who like love Splinter Cell.
Yeah,
and yeah, it's a shame.
It's a shame. It's like I was literally like, there will be people who have literally avoided leaks for this sort of.
I feel bad for the people that have seen the leak or the supposed leak.
Yeah, because they would have gone.
Oh my god, Sam Fisher's back.
Sam Fisher's back.
And then I'm watching E3 now.
I'm watching the Ubisoft. All I need to see is
those 3 green lights.
Those 3 green lights.
I need.
I need confirmation. That's all I want. Confirmation. I watched the whole thing. All we wanted to, and they didn't do it.
And they didn't get any. So I kind of feel bad for them.
And that did you know? I think this is the opposite of Microsoft's. Microsoft started really poorly, in my opinion.
Yeah, it started bad, but got
Started
really
bad,
good.
but it ended on a really big high note.
It
Ubisoft, if we ignore the weirdness
yeah.
of Just Dance because that they got that out of the way.
It's just
Ubisoft
and
started.
Trials. Get rid of trials. Move trials.
Yeah, we just ignore those two bits. Ubisoft started really, really good, and ended really badly. Assassin's Creed
Yeah, I'm not happy about
doesn't look like an Assassin's Creed game. It does not look like an Assassin's Creed game. I know I had my opinion that Origin didn't look necessarily like an Assassin's Creed game, but the more I saw of it, it was like, oh no, I can see this actually being an Assassin's Creed game now. This blatantly looks like they've took the Assassin's Creed name and slapped it onto ancient Greece.
Yeah.
Without actually implementing anything to do with Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. I don't want combat. I'm not bothered about combat in Assassin's Creed. If you're playing Assassin's Creed properly, you shouldn't be getting into combat.
Yeah. It's the whole point. You're an assassin.
You're supposed to be stealthy.
You're an assassin. And an assassin who is in the middle of a fight is usually going to end up to be a dead assassin.
I don't want to be a Spartan. Why am I a Spartan?
Yeah, and also Spartans. The whole shtick with Spartans was like glorious combat. So I don't know.
Oh well, what can you do? I'm still going to probably end up buying it because I've got every single Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah,
because I'm a moron.
You are a bit of an idiot when it comes to that sort of thing.
I'm an idiot.
But anyway, that was the Ubisoft.
It was alright.
It was alright. It was better than EA.
It was better than EA, but as we've said before,
I think every
EA's...
single one we're going to end with is better than EA. I mean, we're going to have to look at a few of the VODs, some of the videos of the other ones.
We did say we wanted to watch Sony's. So we've got Sony's to watch.
Sony's watch.
I would like to watch Bavista's.
Yes.
Because I have heard that theirs was like, it's one of those that it's so bad it's funny. sort of.
Well, so we may have to watch that. Definitely, we'll try and do this again tomorrow. We'll watch a VOD and we'll give our opinions on whichever one we watch. Probably the Sony one.
We're probably watching the Sony one tonight.
Because I want to know what Sony are going to do to counter the Microsoft.
Yes. Because
that's what Sony does now. That is literally what Sony does.
I think, you know what? I think this year they're not going to announce anything big.
No.
I don't think they're going to announce anything big. I think what they're going to do is show us more of the games that we want to see. Yeah. So like Last of Us.
But that's what they did last year.
No, I mean, we're actually going to see Last of Us, not just that trailer thing last year.
We'll actually see gameplay.
We'll see gameplay.
Do you know what? If they just show, do you know what? If for Sony to win, all they have to do is show these are all our games and this is the gameplay of these games.
And I think that's what they're going to do.
So we'll find out. We'll have a look. We'll pick a video.
We're gonna see a lot of PlayStation exclusives. Games,
but that's for another video. We've seen this was the Ubisoft one,
which was weird.
It was in the Ubisoft.
It
conference.
Was Ubisoft.
It was
live
Ubisoft
performances and all that sort of stuff.
And ended on quite a sour note.
And yeah, I was not happy.
Quite a sour note. I think a lot of people would have been.
I think the worst thing is to go off what that Assassin's Creed looks like, and then to find out. For me, it was to go. I was angry at that Assassin's Creed, and then.
The end.
Wait, no, hold on. No Splinter Cell.
No Sam Fisher.
What's going on here?
Because I was expecting them to pull a Microsoft
and just have something happen.
Have something happen when they're saying.
Well, that's what they did when they announced. What was the last one called? Oh God, the last Splinter Cell. They did that. They announced the end, and then the free green lights came up behind the screen. And then we got the short trailer. We got the short teaser
like
for the Splinter Cell, and that didn't happen this year. Nothing happened this year.
I'm wondering if they're gonna show it on something else.
Possibly.
So maybe the Sony one. Which, if it does, we'll literally go, "Why did you not show this, Ubisoft?"
I don't know. They're not going to show it.
No,
they're not going to show it.
But yeah, started really well, ended on a really bad note. Kind of worried about Assassin's Creed. Odyssey.
I am worried about that because I didn't see anything that I like from the Assassin's Creed games.
It also showed the very end of that trailer showed you fighting a Minotaur, so it looks like you're actually going on the Odyssey.
Well, yeah, but Assassin's Creed Origins you do fight.
Yeah, I think you
beasts.
fight.
So,
Do you not end up fighting one of the gods as well? At some point?
the DLC, you fought. So it is the gods, but it's not.
Alright. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching this video. We will see you all in the next one. Hope you've enjoyed it. Put in your comments if you have anything in the Ubisoft that
you liked.
You particularly are looking forward to. You know,
Division 2 looks awesome.
Does look awesome. I'm going to be very disappointed for some. I guarantee you, it'll do
going to be annoyed.
something. It'll do something to disappoint me. I can almost guarantee it. Because that's just the way AAA games are.
I think it comes out like the month
But
after
anyway,
Anthem as well, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's the release date. It comes out like the month after Anthem. Anthem's going to have some competition.
It has to have a good launch. If it doesn't have a good launch, it's in real trouble. But anyway, thank you everyone for watching. We will see you all in the next video. And we'll see you then. Till then, toodles.
Bye now.